Hello, are we live? All right, we have a couple people already chatting. It's nice to see that. It's pretty rare. Um, yeah, I think that we are ready to go here, or we will be soon. Hmm. Just checking something. Okay. Huh. Sorry, I'm having a little issue in the other monitor. But we're gonna try to finish up this this Baltic state campaign today. Huh. And then we're gonna get to it. Can the chat hear me? Oh, hello there, Anthony, Zach, Reich, and Dutchbag. And what the heck was that? You guys hear that? Okay, Maester Hunter, got everybody jumping in now. So the goal for today, two goals. Number one, we're going to, right now we're reintegrating Estonia, but the goal is, since we have had the Birthreich restored, we're going to attempt to call the Constitutional Convention, and, yeah, and then, of course, try not to die against Russia. It's kind of mixed how that's going right now. But, like, look, we can actually see ourselves from way up here now, much better, and read our country's name. Hi there, Josh. The other goal is we are going to try to fill this capture card donation bar. And for those of you who don't know, basically this is just fundraising for a capture card so that I can attach my Switch to my PC, and then I can play a lot of other interesting games. Indie games, first-party games. Some of them are history-related, some of them are not, but I just think there's a lot of fun stuff on there that I'd like to show you guys, and I think you guys would enjoy it too. Hey, Tam, good to see you. You know, anybody who donates via the super chat, I will, within reason, do different requests. So if you want me to sing something, if you want me to recite a monologue, if you want me to do some sort of like sound drop where I say that you're my you're my little pog champ or something like that, or any other fun ideas that people can come up with, people who donate through the super chat will get that. Again, within reason. You know, let's not get me thrown off of YouTube or whatnot. Hello there, Fran. So, with that in mind, we're going to whoa, excuse me. I just had some sneezes to get out. That kind of felt like a good sneeze, though. That was me getting the day out kind of sneeze. That's what my dad always used to say whenever. Because he and I kind of inherited it from him. It doesn't always happen, but whenever I have get really good exercise in, I'll sneeze later in the day a fair amount. And my dad was always saying, it's just your body getting the bad stuff out. So yeah, I had a super long day from work. Got home, showered because I stunk. I reeked. And then, yeah, now I'm just feeling good. I'm in comfy clothes, and I got socks on. I didn't take off both the socks and the shoes, so that way I don't get too snoozy on the stream like last night, where I was like practically about to fall asleep at the mic because I just was feeling super tired. Okay. So we also are going to try to do some of this economic development stuff just because it seems fun. And we're also going to try to deal with this horrendous lag. This really is so strange. I usually do not have these problems. You know what's probably some of it is I've got a million tabs open. I am a total tab whore. But even by my standards, this is ridiculous. So I'm kind of, while my armies move over here, I'm also going to be, oh, wait a minute. Can we come, like, right here? No. Stop that. Come. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, okay, follow them down here. Let's try to get to the lake. I think Finland's just plain old out of luck, though. Alright, we are missing equipment production for our tactical bombers. Who really cares? I know I don't. Let's see, we've got some Russian light tanks here. Okay. So how's everybody's day been? Is everybody enjoying or has enjoyed their Friday? Okay, Volkov there. See, yeah, because the chat's a little quiet right now. Usually a little more going on over there. Oh, what's happening? A request for military access has been accepted by Belgium, and the Norwegian Union has capitulated, which is very good. Okay, Finland just called in Sweden, so we're going to be seeing the Swedish armies, I think, come over here to help. Let's see here. Zach finished that paper I was talking about yesterday and turned it in a couple hours ago. Whew, that's got to be at least some form of relief that it's like, okay, it's gone, it's submitted, it's not that it's not my problem anymore, but it's... Can't change it now, I've got to live with whatever it is. Okay. I think we might actually, after all... No, the game's not going to go this long, because none of this stuff is great until we kind of get to land night attack, which is alright. I don't think there's any need for us to grab some of that stuff, so I guess let's just improve our artillery. Long day at the post office every day, Tam. Every day is long, even when they're short. Even the days off are long. Okay, let's do some infrastructure here. So in 60 days, we'll be able to, we're going to get that bonus. We're getting a little bit over a point a day, so once that's done, we should be able to do something else. Hello, Dean Hunter. Good to see you. I actually got a little bit annoyed today at work because one of the other parcel... because like I was driving parcels around all day long, and we had a lot today, and frankly it was because, well, one guy, I think he was new to the station anyway. I think he's been in the post office longer than I have, but he was new to the station, so he didn't really know the streets, which is obviously gonna slow you down. But then there was this woman who, she's kind of a regular, and I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell how fast somebody is or isn't going. But even though she has a tendency to leave earlier in the morning before I do, from what I could tell, it seems like I always actually drop off my things and am back faster than her. So yeah, we had a lot of parcels. We were like, several hours into our shift, and I saw that there was still a whole lot more to do, and but she then just walks up to me while I was loading up my van, and she says, "Hey, have you seen how many wires, like how many like piles we still have left?" And she said, "I think we have 4." And I said, "Oh, we got more than that." And I pointed out an area where there's actually more. And she goes, "Oh, right. Okay, well, let's try to be fast, and so we can get out of here and not be here late." And it's just, what? Freaking, what the hell do you think I'm doing? It was just like a little throwaway line from her, but it really got on my nerves. I said, what do you think I'm doing? I don't... Like, we get paid well enough that I don't need to try to scam hours or something. And it's like, you think I like doing 12-hour days frequently? It was just a little thing. She probably wasn't even thinking. I don't know. I think it's because I think it mostly got on my nerves, just because she kind of looks like, and from what I can tell from her attitude, it reminds me of. She reminds me of my sister, who I don't. Well, for years I hated my sister, and now we just don't talk. Like, we're just cordial when we talk, but anyway. So I guess it just kind of reminded me of it. She reminds me of my sister, and so it just was a little on my nerves. That's all. Like, I was driving around to my parcels, and I was just sitting there, and I'm thinking, the lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch. Not that it had anything to do with her being a woman. I want to be perfectly clear about that. Bolivia has capitulated, and for some reason we're part of this peace deal. Okay. Oh, it's because I think Argentina's on our side. I guess we'll just give it to them, and they can figure out what to do with it. Okay. There you go. Also, the other guy, the one who was new there, like, we were splitting, like, we basically had one last pile of stuff to go through at the end of the day, so as I pulled up, I said, is that the last one? And so let's just split it, you know, rather than him do it all by himself. And, he didn't really know the area, and I was looking at the parcels, and I was noticing that the way things are organized, everything's supposed to be sorted by route. So, like, how do I describe it? Get an auto clicker. Wait a minute. We don't have the manpower for our garrisons. Let's just switch to local police force. That'll help a little bit. But yeah, we got manpower problems. It's okay. We're gonna reintegrate soon, so we're gonna get our cores, and we'll be okay. See if we can do some shale things here. Anyway, it was so I said, yeah, let's split it, and then things are supposed to be organized. So, like, just to oversimplify, it's like everything on this block should, like, let's say, like, this block is route 1, and that block is route 2, and that block is route 3. So you just pick your route, and then you go and do that. So all the boxes that you need to drop off are in places that are right next to each other. So obviously it saves time. Very simple concept. But and I'm not sure if somebody's doing this on purpose. I'd like to think that they're not, but towards the end of the day, things are ending up. We keep finding things, like, in boxes that which are not supposed to be together. So, like, you have a pile full of things from, like, Route A or Route 1, and then there'll be a bunch of things from other routes in there, like, kind of just mixed in, just like individual boxes instead of a whole bunch. And so, I'd like to think that they're just accidentally coming in there, and there's not people just going, oh, I want to take one less package and just throw it into a different pile. I hope that's not what's going on. I've seen no evidence of that. Anyway, so I was pointing out to him, I was saying, oh, there's things in here that are not on this route, and then he ended up splitting the thing, and I seemed to get the stuff that was I basically had multiple routes that I had to go take, so it ended up taking much longer than it took longer than it normally would have for me to deliver the amount of packages that I had to, because I had to drive between the different sections in between. So it was just kind of, did you do that on purpose? Probably not, but you're on my radar, man. I'm watching you now. Okay. We still got over 30 days to go. So, like, mid-February, we'll reintegrate Estonia. All right. Bohemia is not winning against the Austrians, but they seem to be in a very good defensible position because they've got the river line here right now in the west, and then in the east they've got a mountain, a forest, and then like here, what Pressburg is an urban area. So they've got a really excellent defensive line. Oh. Sorry about the yawning. Excuse me. Is that Cuba? How about it? Alright, I'm afraid that we're the ones who are gonna now start getting pushed back. Yeah, they're getting on to us. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull our people back. The important thing is holding on to our own land. So let's pull it back now. Okay. Let's see. Tam says, you sort your own material before starting route, or you come and take something prepared for you and immediately start your route. Well, it's sort of both. Ideally, when you show up, the clerks should have, like, basically the people who don't leave the station, they're the ones who are in the actual post office all day. They should have organized things so that everything's in a pile, and then you'll go and you scan your boxes, and we have this software that will then take everything that like you've scanned, and then it'll tell you, okay, this is the best order to do your route in, so that you drive in the most efficient way. So, like, let's say, for example, you were going up a street and there were several cul-de-sacs that come off that street, some of them being the same street name, some of them being an independent street name. Well, like, if you were somebody who was just looking at the addresses normally, you might just go, oh, I'm going to do everything on this street first. But it's actually a little bit more efficient to, like, you know, do a section of the street, pull off into the cul-de-sac and keep going, and you know, do that whole cul-de-sac, then get back onto that main road, and so on and so forth. Now the problem is a lot of the stuff has not been scanning, which is a problem. I don't think that it's like laziness on the clerk's part. I'm not saying like they're not doing their jobs, they're not getting it organized for us. And the reason I don't think that is because, like, I'll show up and we'll have our, you know, we all have like our piles. You know, they're wires. They're put in these like wire cages basically, and it'll be organized. But then I'll start scanning them, and only like half of them will scan, like to show that they're in the system, in our computer system, so they can be delivered properly. And it's not that none of them scan; it's that it's like somewhere from a third to half. So I think that there's just something going on with the software. Maybe it's probably getting overwhelmed because there's just so much work. There's so much that it's strain on it right now. Yep, we're gonna lose a division. Great, terrific. So what in reality has ended up happening is that I've had to sort and route my own thing. Like there's still wires where like broadly have like, okay, all of these boxes are pretty much in the same area, but I've had to like manually sort out what order I need to deliver them in and stuff, which does hurt time, obviously, but and it's like, you know, oh well, you know, the longer you work, the more you're getting paid. But like, I kind of think of, because I've been a parcel runner, I kind of think of my priority as like, okay, I need to get these parcels out as quickly as possible, because if not, other people are gonna have to do it. Because like, you know, when something says it's got to be delivered that day, it's got to be delivered that day, and so it's like my focus is like, we gotta get these out as quickly as possible, and it's not, oh, how many hours can I get of work by just, bullshitting or whatever. Excuse my cursing. Hello there, Jacob. We were just talking about work. Hope it's not boring anybody. It seems to be. Viewers have been leaving. Not that we have very many to begin with. That's very strange for a Friday night. Sure hope nobody's out in crowded areas partying. Oh, when did the Batavian commune eat Belgium? How about that? Yeah, wow. I'm really surprised how how few people are in the stream right now. I might just make it a short one and then stream in the morning or midday tomorrow. I'll kind of figure it out. Let's see here. All right. Okay, and how are you doing, Jacob? Has Spade joined with anybody yet? No. Claims the Babantron. Okay. So we lost the division. Extremely unfortunate. And we're trying to get over here to Narva. Let's see. Somebody says, do I have a low density area, single family houses? No, well, I'm kind of been dealing with all sorts of stuff. Let's see. Cause I'm not like, the stuff that they have me doing right now, it's not like what you kind of think of with your kind of like, I guess like the stereotypical mailman, who he just does that same few blocks every day for, 20 years and then retires. Right now, because it's holiday season, I'm taking stuff everywhere. So I've been delivering to suburbs, to apartments, to trailer parks, which was actually the trailer parks. There was a funny thing that kind of happened. I was delivering to, it was like a trailer park. I don't know what you would call it, and not all. And by the way, I know there's like that term trailer trash, but some of these are really nice areas. But anyway, I was going to this one in particular, and I was delivering a series of packages in that area. And then I got to this one that I had to deliver to, and it was something like, trailer 84 or slot 84. And I was looking for it, and I couldn't find it. And I'm looking around, and I even ended up like asking a couple of guys who were in the neighborhood, like, hey, what's going on with 84? And they were showing me, like, yeah, it's supposed to be here, which is where I thought it was supposed to be. And then apparently that trailer or mobile home, whatever they just picked up. They just left. So I had to take that package back to the post office. I also had an issue today where I was trying to deliver a package, and the address in question was not real. It was one of those things where the number was too high. Hey there, Bomber Monkey. I'm working at the post office right now. That's my main job. When I'm not asking for super chats for capture cards, y'all, donate and make a request. Who wants to be my little paw champ? Who wants to sing? He wants to hear me sing out of key. Who wants to hear me recite a Shakespeare monologue? Donate into the super chat today. Have your dreams come true. But really, what was I getting at? Oh my gosh, can we freaking integrate already? But it was one of those things where, like, just imagine that a block is, it's like the 1000 block or whatever. It's like, okay, everything from 1000 to 199 or 1099 is on that block or whatever, and the number was higher than that block went. So there was literally just rock in the area where that house would have been. So, okay. Doesn't exist. Also, I had a thing yesterday, and actually that was getting attention from other people. I was sorting these parcels to deliver, and there was a tiny one, because you'd be surprised sometimes how small things are that people will send things in. People think of like boxes, but sometimes people send very small packages, which sometimes can be very valuable. You know, people will send a ring or jewelry or whatever through the mail like that. And this was a package that was meant to be delivered to somebody in Pennsylvania. And I work in El Paso, Texas, so that thing was a long way from home, or from where it was trying to be. And, you know, like my boss's boss, he was the one who I ended up giving it to. So I said, what do I do with this? Like, this is really out there. And what happened in the Pearl the Baltic stream number 2? Be more specific, Bomber Monkey. Tell the world. So yeah, and then my boss's boss was just joking, saying, oh yeah, so we're gonna have you hop on a plane conquering history games. You gotta go deliver that. I said, if you're paying for the plane ticket, let's rock and roll. Tam New Whoa says, dude, you won't believe what people order from China. Oh, all sorts of stuff, I'm sure. I've ordered things from China in the past, usually MP3 players. And it's not that they break, I've done it multiple times, but it's more that they, I lose them. I keep going too small. I need, like, something big that's, like, unwieldy, so I don't lose it. I'm always aware of it. But in terms of, like, deliveries from China, I've like, delivered gift sets, but, I also, I think last week, delivered, excuse me, a bunch of grass. Like, just a huge quadruple bundle of grass, which was eating up all the space in the van. Actually, that was something that required a signature. I ended up briefly speaking with the guy I delivered it to, and because I was just curious about what the speed was like for him, and he says, it takes like 2 weeks after you order it for it to come in, at least for his stuff. Oh, who not click God? No more Megumi. Let's see here. Oh, thank you very much, Connor Crowley, who says, seeing it hover at 68 upsets me. Have a nice day. Well, since you're okay, well, yeah. So the thing is, because it's via the super chat, for some reason there's the alert. For some reason, the little donation thing doesn't move with YouTube super chats. I think that it's designed to mainly work with YouTube, Twitch. So it's fine though. All I have to do is manually change it, which takes no time at all. In fact, I'm doing it now. And boom, it's back. There you go. 70 on the dot. He had beef with some kids and he got shot. Alright, so we've cored, we have manpower again, and that's something. Now I think we are going to, let's see, we're 9 days away from the railroad thing. We're going to have more political power than we need for that. So, I think we're going to do some shale oil prospecting. The presence of shale oil, a low-grade alternative to oil and gas in Estonian soil, has been known since the 19th century. Only now, however, have we begun to comprehend just how much potential lays in the Estonian plains. Let us go forth and turn Estonia into a second Romania. Romania. By the way, Connor, go ahead and make a request of some kind. What would you like me to do? Let's see here. Let's see. Banjo, plastic cutlery, car tires, a few obscure items. I don't know right now. Oh, yeah, because you're a post guy too, right, Tam? Yeah. Postal workers of the world, unite, especially during the holidays. It's so busy. Belgium wants us to sign a pact of non-aggression. Excuse me, but aren't we in a faction together? Oh no, they're with the Entente. Well, okay then. But we're 43.75% of the way towards our goal, people. And only a half hour into the stream. Seriously though, where are the viewers? Very strange. There's like a hollow live stream going on now, isn't there? That's probably where everybody is. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check and I'm gonna tell you so then you guys can all leave me too. Maybe not. Palmer says, please no singing. Well, that's it. It's official. Finland's gone. I saw the, I think it was yesterday that Amelia from HoloLive, was doing an unarchived, singing stream. I only caught a few seconds of it. I tend to be kind of busy. But, I liked her set list from what I saw. She was doing Piano Man. She was doing Build Me Up Buttercup, which is a terrific, like a terrifically happy, angsty song. It is really appropriate for anybody who's ever tried to date in El Paso, where people are huge pieces of shit and cancel things constantly and are late and are absent and don't tell you anything. So the Buttercup song, like she's saying that. So that's that one, the one that goes, why do you build me up, Buttercup baby, just to let me down and mess me around, and then worst of all, so it's all happy sounding. Like, because you also have the background singer, so it's like, why do, cause, like, first off, the singer, he's like giving that energy, and he's going, you know, why do you build me up and build me up, Buttercup baby, just to let me down, but it's just about the girls like ditching you all the time. You know, I'll be over at 10, you told me time and again, but you're late. I wait around and then I went to the door, I can't take anymore, it's not you, you let me down again. So, yeah. It's, that's just how it be. Past ones don't give a crap about one another. Alright, we're gonna delete this order, kind of do things manually a little bit. How's it going over here? Okay, our hostess with the mostest, Germany, is pushing the communards out of Southwest Germany, so that's very good. Yeah, the Build Me a Buttercup is a classic example of people not actually paying attention to the lyrics. They're just like, oh, happy noises and such. Let's see. It says, Tam says, honestly, I have a bit hard time relating to you since I work in the city and I work on foot. No car, no bike. Yeah, that does sound rough. We definitely have a shortage of vehicles, but we do still have some vehicles, you know. So yeah, it's different. European Exchange Program membership. We are forced to sign up. More integration. A little more factory output. Let's see here. Gosh, I still have tabs open from when we were researching yanderes and whatnot. It turned out there was a whole wiki on it. On the yanderes. Oh, it feels good to get out of my shoes, though. Sorry about the yawning. Sorry. It's just, it's comfy yawning. But I swear I'm not bored. It's just long days. And it is cool, those of you who are here. I hope it didn't come off like complaining when I was saying, oh, there's not very many people in the chat. It's not that. It was more of an observation than anything. It was just kind of a, oh, that's weird. That's a Friday night, and there's so few. Okay. Connor, I guess, is never gonna make a request. Well, thank you anyway, Connor. I do appreciate it. Okay, yeah, and I'm clean. I feel like things are actually moving a little bit faster as I close all these billions of tabs I have open. Oh man, you know what? This is gonna have to be a tradition in streams. I need to pause for a moment and get some lotion for my hands. So dry, so dry. I'll tell you though, I had a nice little surprise waiting for me at one point during the day. Now look, we've all heard the stereotype of the postman, you know, banging the women along their route and whatnot, and frankly, you know, I don't have time for that. It's like if some woman answers the door in lingerie and she's just going, you know, "Hey there, Mr. Postman, do you have a package for me?" I'm just gonna say, "You're goddamn right I do. Here you go, sign, I've gotta go." And she's like, "Maybe you could come decide and deliver something for me." It's like, fucking talk to me in January. So it's like, I don't have time for this. People are building PCs. People are giving gifts to grandchildren and you know, stuff, and just a million things, and they're ordering desks which weigh like they're made of marble but somehow fit in boxes. But look, as I was saying, I would not bang any women on my route because I don't have time for it. But if you were a woman trying to seduce me while I was on my route, a really good step in that direction is when you're the ones who like leave that water outside for the delivery people. That gets me going. Yeah. Right. I just had this funny image of like me getting in an argument with some woman I deliver to each day. Not anyone specific, but just like this made up scenario. She's like, "Damn it, I'm trying to seduce you." I was like, "Well, damn it, I'm trying to deliver stuff, including to you. You have things that you order every day." And then like she rips open the box in front of me. Yeah, they're sexy clothes that I was gonna wear for you. It's like, I'm sorry. I gotta hit other routes today. Look at my van. Look how full of packages it is. I don't have time. Let's see here. War propaganda. When am I gonna get the shale thing? Oh, it's not done yet. Okay. Let's see. Fifth car. Around the world, round the clock. America's Postal Service. Reject sleeping, embrace the HG live stream. You know it. Okay, I think that we can, well actually no we can't. We're a little short on artillery. Do we have, okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a regular infantry or something. Just something that doesn't have any support in it that we could modify later. Okay, just to kind of start getting some divisions in the field. Let's also get these military factories up and running. The SEF, well, I'm going to read a second. The SEF, or State Electronics Factory, is one of the largest industrial complexes in Riga, employing inventors such as Walter Zapp to produce complex electronic machinery, equipment, and other hardware. Providing subsidy to this business and seeing it grow will only be beneficial to the Federation. There's that. There's always funny, weird conversations going on around here. Oh, speaking of banging women, so, boy, that's crude, isn't it? I had this dream last night where, are you guys familiar with the show Breaking Bad? I'm going to go ahead and guess that you are, with Walter White and Heisenberg and stuff. So in the dream, it was so long. And basically, sometimes during the dream, I was Walter from Breaking Bad, and other times I was Jesse. And but it was in this, so it was like in the Breaking Bad universe, except it was like ultra violent and really like all these fantasy elements were in there. And we were dealing with all of the antagonists of the series in turn. Hold on a second. The National Economic Assistance Commission must intervene in the affairs of the economy in order to transform. Oh yeah. So this is the same thing I said before. So why can't I do this? I have to research synthetic oil experiments, and then I'll be allowed to make a refinery. Okay. Well, in the meantime, yeah, let's get like the regular oil fields up and running, and let's switch this over here and start making our way toward the synthetic refinery. So anyway, so sometimes in the dream I was Walter, sometimes I was Jesse, and we were fighting or dealing with all of the antagonists. And so, for example, like the twins, the ones that almost kill Hank, and like one of them wields the axe, and they were like, it was part of a religious cult, and then they had our backs up against the walls, and like at this part of the dream I was Jesse, and they had bound my hands and stuff, and then somehow I kind of managed to get away because I think I was tied to something, but I got away, and one of them was going to kill Walter, and I went up to him and I bit him in the ankles as hard as I could, just like bit him tore into his tendon, and he goes down, and then like I kind of crawl up him, and I was just using my teeth, and I killed him with my teeth, just biting him to death and ripping at him. Just crazy, super ultra violent stuff. And then at the end of the dream, we were in the car. It was Walter and Jesse, and that's how you know it was a dream, because like I know this doesn't make sense. Like, how were you Walter and you were Jesse? It was a dream, man. I don't know. It made sense in the dream. So then we were all done, and Jesse's like, it's finally done with. And then Walter, they're in the suburbs, and they pull up to this house, and he goes, no, Jesse, there's still one more. The most dangerous one of all. And then we're looking at the house, and in the window is the woman who Jesse was banging in the pilot, who like has no name. I think it was just like he was when he was running that meth lab, or like with his friends or something. The only reason he didn't get caught in the raid is because he was next door banging that woman, or having sex with that woman. I should stop saying banging. It's so crude. And so, but then my alarm went off and I woke up, and oh man, what was that about? Oh, who's this wearing the fezzes? Oh, there's Moroccan troops up here. The pew, reload, rocket back, pew, pew. Look at this guy go. Fifth Crusade. I had a dream my local weatherman was in a McDonald's. Okay, Sungen says, Jesus, I'm so late. I don't know. What do you guys do? You guys like the dream stories? Right now, we're just waiting for some of these events and decisions to happen, basically. Let's see here. Saxon says, speaking from Breaking Bad, do I have a favorite part from it? Nobody has said anything about me not spoiling anything, so I'll go ahead and spoil. I think one of my favorite scenes was, I think it was the end of season 3, when Walter calls Jesse and was like, you have to go kill Gale! And then Jesse, who can be a really hesitant dude, he just grabbed his gun and he was out the door. He's like, I gotta protect my daddy, Walt! So I thought that was pretty cool. The stuff with Gus's backstory I thought was interesting. I'm trying to think of things like off the top of my head. Obviously, the Ozymandias episode gets tons of praise. Let's see here. Let's see, some tips. From what I remember, you're supposed to play UBD as you would play Meta Spain, do tanks, and encircle on the Eastern Front. I didn't know. But let's see, what are other highlights of Breaking Bad? Just, a lot of the writing is strong. Don't like Skylar. Don't like a lot of her shit. I get it. She's not cooking meth, so Heisenberg's worse. But I really hate this attitude there's been where it's like you can't criticize Skylar. And I'm talking about her character. The actress was fine. I'm not saying like she was poorly acted or anything, but I'm talking about how Skylar was written. But I saw, I've seen so many times where it's like, oh, if you don't like Skylar, you're a sexist. It's just, what the heck? Can we criticize anybody without making it about race or sex, please? Anyway. Yeah, so the Gus death was cool. Boy, Jesse went through... This might sound weird, but I really like how effed up Jesse's life got at the end there. It was just so... It just kept getting worse. It was all Walt's fault, really. Let's see here. My tanks would be 7-2s in this case. Yeah, we're trying to push a little bit here on the other side of the lake, but it's not really a priority. As long as we're able to maintain our front line. Obviously, we're way too small to be that influential in the war. Or at least, we could have been if I had been working on things from the beginning, but like on the other hand, I've also just been like Riga for most of this. If I had stayed a united Baltic Duchy, I'm sure I would have been in a much, much better position. So the main thing is, like, we just need to not die before we can have our Constitutional Convention! Anybody else want to hear fun dream stories? Of mine. I don't actually dream that vividly too often. At least I don't think so. Ah, this is fun. I've never seen what Moe Gandhi looks like. No, that's Numarbos, so that's not... Yeah, I'm not... Wow, that actually might be the worst Moe Reich portrait I've ever seen. They're just... Ooh, I'm just not liking this line work. But yeah, the commune, they're triggering the revolt after they've already united the continent. That is a big ol' commune. Let's see. Fifth Crusade wants to hear some more dream things. Okay, do you want to hear about a violent one? Do you guys want to hear about a violent dream or a sex dream? Yeah, see the part where Walt kills Jesse's girlfriend, that was effed up, also cool. Well, technically, he didn't kill her, which is sort of the argument, right? It's like, oh, he didn't kill her, he just let her die. That's different. Is it? Interesting. Because that's what Breaking Bad's all about. It's like, you have to decide for yourself, when did Walt finally cross the line? Like, into being evil or whatever. Because he kills that dude in, like, is it like the second episode? The one that they had in the basement? But you gotta argue, well, that guy was gonna kill him, or he did, and things like that. Let's see here. And then there's Jesse's girlfriend dies of the heroin overdose, and all sorts of stuff. So you want a violent and sex story? Okay, I'm seeing... A lot of people are saying both, and then one person says violent, so I guess I'll tell a violent story first. So this is an example of me. I personally believe that some of the visions and dreams, it's like our subconscious trying to just process the previous day's stuff. It's kind of, it's your brain is unwinding, relaxing, and so it's trying to figure out. And so, like, you have these dreams, and they can be these really weird things, but then, like, when you really think about it, there's some sort of way that your brain was able to connect to it. I don't know, like, I'm not a real big dream guy, I've never studied them, but, like, this is just, like, my casual observation. Tam, that's a great question. Like, yeah, Walter never crossed the line. He always was like that. Yeah. There definitely was obviously flaws in him from the beginning because people will talk about how, like, Breaking Bad could never happen in another modern country because only the United States is one of the few countries in the world that doesn't have universal health care. So he would have, like, the cancer treatment thing wouldn't have been an issue in, like, Europe. But if we put that aside, it also was not about the money, because he is almost immediately offered by his two old partners from that business who became super rich. They were going to pay for everything. And I think they were going to, like, hook him up with a job and just doing all sorts of stuff. And he completely refused. And, like, he says that at the end. He's like, I did it because I liked it. Though everything that he did is like, I was good at it, and that's why I did it. Okay, the old, so yeah, that's a good point, Tam. It's like he didn't cross some line. He just lowered his restraints. Yeah. Okay, so Baltic German supremacy, unpopular with the general population, yet effective. Now that the Baltics are once again reunited under our guidance, we have restored the Landeswehr with all its efficiency and none of the hatred. So we're going to get some nice bonuses, including another 2% recruitable population. Yeah, we're making some heat-powered plants, which will help with the civilian stuff. But if we take a look at the supply thing, which resource. Oh, did this get reattached? Is this now okay? F8, or wait, did I customize that? Yeah, so we're doing okay in terms of oil, which unfortunately nobody's trading with us, so it's not that great. Mechanized equipment, that would be a no-go. Wait, no, shoot. Okay, no. Do that and that. Maybe a little bit more into artillery, just a pinch. How am I doing in terms of infantry equipment? Yeah, I'm good because I freaking I'm doing good because I captured that equipment from the two wars. Oh, we got a donation here from Decent Gamer. That's a nice profile pic too. Just noticed the stream. I've never played NatPop UBD. How is it? Well, it's interesting, and actually we're not NatPop. We are Paternal Autocrat right now because that's what the chat voted for. But thank you very much, Decent Gamer. Let me just take the few seconds here to fix the thing. So with your $10, we are now officially halfway toward our goal of the capture card. Thank you very much. But yeah, the Baltic states, this has been very interesting. I'm liking how so the sense that I'm basically getting, Decent Gamer, is that because I had never played the Baltic Duchy before, is that you kind of had like this German upper crust of society, particularly in Riga specifically, as the major city, but out in the rural areas and in the rest of the country, Germany hadn't really, or like German culture hadn't really been integrated into the area, so there was constant resistance, and so it gets pushed back to Riga. So now, because we got pushed back to Riga and the paternal autocrats took control, we've defeated Estonia and Latvia, and we now are actually actively imposing our culture, building infrastructure and stuff like that, which I find really interesting. I know that Hearts of Iron 4 is first and foremost a war game, much more so than a lot of other Hearts of Iron 4 games, like, Crusader Kings 2. You can have a perfectly fun, through democracy, the chat voted for paternal dictatorship. You're absolutely right, Sungeens. I see no problems with the concepts behind it, with democracy. What's the Kent Brockman line from Simpson? I've said it before and I'll say it again. Democracy just doesn't work. Maybe that's why in a different episode he was ready to welcome the alien overlords. So yeah, we are going to end up putting this factory towards a little bit more artillery. I'm going to trade for one more factory's worth of steel, but man, the steel is what we need. But yeah, I was saying, yeah, Crusader Kings 2, you can have a really fun game, not going to war, just doing marriages and intrigue and things like that. But Hearts of Iron 4, it's a lot rarer that you're having domestic things be at the forefront, but it's been fun. Ooh, rocket artillery, that could be interesting. No, I'll need more tungsten. I've already got issues. Yeah, one of these days in some sort of country, I need to go like with a full amphibious assault sort of thing. Where do I want to put this research slot? I don't even have 100 army experience. How about... So, decent gamer, do you have a gaming channel? Or you just are a decent gamer? Okay. Oh yeah, the dream stories. I'm so sorry. Thank you for reminding me, Fifth Crusade. Thank you very much. I got distracted. Yeah, because I was talking about dreams processing, and then the Breaking Bad thing. So the whole reason why I was bringing up how, oh yeah, you know, I feel that dreams are us processing how things work. I had this one violent dream where somebody I knew, he was a friend of mine's sibling, his brother, was getting into it with me. Like, basically we were having an altercation, and he started trying to attack me, and I was trying to not do anything to him. Do I want to do signal companies? We're gonna do it. And I was like trying just, you know, not to engage, and but he was getting more and more aggressive and getting violent with me, and then somehow I had a machete on my hands. It's like I was saying, like, get back, don't do this, man, don't do this, because I was just thinking about, like, because it's like this was a dude trying to attack me, but I was like, oh, I don't want to hurt him because what's his family gonna think? And eventually he kept coming at me, and so I freaking swung the machete and hurt him with it, but they kept coming at me, and then I just kept using the machete to fend him off, and I ended up just hacking him into pieces, and I felt terrible about it, because it went, oh my god, I can't believe I just get, like, I didn't even feel bad that I had killed him, because it was just like, oh, he's coming at me, he's being that guy, and so, that's how it be, sometimes, but, yeah, I ended up hacking him to death with a machete, like I was participating in some sort of, African genocide or something. Oh, okay, that's interesting, decent gamer. So I realized when I woke up later that day, that I had probably dreamed about that machete specifically because I had earlier that day, the day before I went to sleep, had seen a little bit of the show Spy Kids, which is a film it's like a kid's film, but it's by Robert Rodriguez, and Robert Rodriguez is the director who did the film Machete, which is it's like a grindhouse film, and the character, so like the film Machete, or like, yeah, hold on, I'm actually looking up. I want to make sure that I'm getting the years right. Okay, so Machete was made in 2010, but Spy Kids was done 9 years earlier. But canonically, the character of Machete is the uncle of the main characters in Spy Kids, and like when he's giving them their spy gear, like, it's a machete product. So like I then realized, oh, my brain had like thought of machete earlier that day, so it put a machete in the dream, and I killed the guy with a machete. Robert Rodriguez, though, I like his films. I'm not sure if he's in my top 10 directors, but he's really big here in El Paso, whether or not you're Hispanic, just because a lot of his things take place like around this region. So he kind of got his start with this film called El Mariachi, which was about a mariachi with guns, basically. And so he did that on like a super tight budget, and it ended up making like millions of dollars. And so then he got greenlit to do a sequel called it's called a sequel, but you really could just watch it on its own, and you're not going to really miss anything. And it was called Desperado. So Desperado's the film that has Antonio Banderas in it and Selma Hayek, and it's just like, yeah, this mariachi going around shooting things. Basically, that's what they come down to. Is the chat still there? Can y'all hear me? Let's see, Spy Kids Cinematic Universe time. Yeah. So the whole Mexico trilogy is fun. Eventually, he did the third one. And it is a trilogy because then he later did Once Upon a Time in Mexico. So that's the one that has Johnny Depp in it. And he's like, "Are you a Mexican or a Mexicante?" Like that's in like. It's getting big, like they saved the president of Mexico and stuff. But he also did, and this is a really freaking good film in my opinion, he also did Sin City, which is the black and white one. It's like this, it's the one that's based on the Frank Miller novel, but that was Robert Rodriguez. So you've probably seen Robert Rodriguez films even if you didn't know who he was, because he also did Planet Terror, which was much better than Death Proof in my personal opinion, but I've definitely grown weary of Quentin Tarantino's style over the years. But even at the time when it first came out, Death Proof was a bit much for me. He also did Alita Battle Angel, which was a big hit. Here's a fun thing about Alita Battle Angel. So Captain Marvel had just come out, and of course was getting critically panned. Like basically the only time I was ever seeing praise for this, I was talking about, like, you can't be critical of anybody, it seems, anymore without it turning into like a sexist or like a gender thing or a racial thing. But I just remember whoever the fuck that actress's name is, who plays Captain Marvel. She was going, "Oh yeah, people don't like Captain Marvel because Americans are sexist and they won't support films with female leads." But I'm pretty sure, I might have to double check this, but I'm pretty damn sure that Alita Battle Angel came out the same weekend as Captain Marvel, and it was getting big critical acclaim, and I think it made almost $500 million in the box office. So yeah, it just shows, maybe just be less bad. There, Miss whoever's in charge, whoever was the actress' name. I think it was Allison something. What is this? What's this? Okay, it's basically the on top people. Wow, I like this portrait. The West Indies. Brie Larson. Why did I think Allison? It didn't even start with the same letter. Okay. Everybody hold. Everybody stop attacking, please. And let's get you guys. What do we want to do? We want to come over here, like, towards Petrograd. Let's kind of do this. And we're going to once again try to get over to Finland, but it doesn't really matter. We still haven't researched the synthetical experiments, so we can't do that other stuff. War support's already fine, too. Teaser! Wait, you don't chirp at me. You know what you're doing. Now stop it. Bomber says, quality, please. Decent gamer, make a request for me. Is there any, since you gave your generous super chat, do you want me to sing something? Do you want me to recite something? Come on, name it. I'll do it within reason. Do you want to just get like a sound bite of me calling you the PogChamp? People were into that. Okay, let's get this military factory next. Owned by Paul Behrens, Virogs is an automobile production company producing cars, trucks, and heavy equipment under civilian and military licenses alike. Subsidizing this business will grant our army a critical production partner. Oh man, it's getting ugly up there. Scandinavia. Let's see, if you're thinking of song requests, things that I've been requested to sing in the past are, you know, let's do Land Doctrine. I haven't been doing it. I probably should have been. I don't know, just screw it. Why not? I've been asked to sing songs from Ruby. I've been asked to sing songs from MLP. There is, of course, the variation on an Irish tune that I've done, where I have sex with the devil 99 times in a single night. That's a fun one. Oh yeah, sex dreams. So I don't have very many sex dreams. I've never have in my whole life. They're extremely rare, but because they are so extremely rare, okay. All right, we're gonna name an army group after you then, Decent Gamer. Decent Gamer Divisions. We'll do it up here too. Decent Gamers Gorillas. I think I spelled that wrong. Anyway, so how's Asia at the moment? Well, we got China fighting one another. I think Feng Tian is also still fighting the League of Six Provinces. No, there seems to be like a pseudo truce. Oh, they've turned on Japan. Zheng Zhuiliang is in charge now. Okay, interesting. East Turkestan still there. Huh. The Philippines have been kind of fending off quite a few people. Manila did. I think I could have sworn I saw something else going on. Second American Civil War. Yep, it's still going on. Looks like it's going to come down to a fight between the PSA and the American Union State, because they did the deal with the devil thing. Anyway, so sex dreams. They're very, very rare, but so that's why I pretty much remember every sex dream I've ever had in my life. And one I had in high school, which this is a particular one that I'm going to talk about because of the mod we're playing. I had a sex dream about... Oh, this is going to ruin me. About... I guess we'll say a cartoon character. And you guys can try to guess who it is. I'm going to pull up who it is and show you the image. But you're not going to get it because I don't talk about this character. And in fact, not counting like games where there's multiple crossover, I've never played the series of games that this particular person was in. I'd only ever seen a picture of this character, so I'm gonna show you guys now who it was. And in fact, I asked a friend of mine about it later, saying, "Hey, what's that character's name?" And it is in fact Rosalina from the Mario universe. Completely freaked me out when I woke up because, you know, I'd been doing it with a cartoon character. But also, I didn't even know the character. You know, I had never played her game, Mario Galaxy. I do have access to it now, though, so I might play that game sometime. But so that was extremely disturbing, and gives me the heebie-jeebies to think about even now. Because, like, I was still live action. Not fun. Not a fun dream at all. And also weird because I'm usually not into blondes. And I usually like a little bit more packed up top. Yeah, just you go, oh, there's the chat's up now. Just, oh, no. Yeah. Because I was never one of those people. Like, I remember, like, there's a lot of people in my generation who are like, dude, I saw Space Jam and I wanted to bang the bunny girl. It was just, nope, that was not me. That was not my scene. So yeah, that was a strange one. We're making some progress over here now. Sweden is having trouble. Let's see here. I'm glad you all are so entertained by this. That's what I'm here to do, is entertain. This is only the best high quality content that you can get on the Conquering History Games YouTube channel. Germany is making some progress in the Low Countries. Communist France is still a little bit inside of Germany, though. I think I need to refill on water here in a minute. Let's see. Lola Bunny is the source of corruption. Verified info. Yeah, it seems to have done quite a number on a lot of people in my generation. Miss Lola Bunny. Yeah, Fifth Crusade says, wow, CHG doesn't want to bang the Space Jam rabbit. He's not normal. Oh, here's a funny sex thing from recently. Although I found out like 3 days after it happened because I've been busy. But my friends were talking about it. Apparently, Ellen Page is now going to transition to being a man or something. I don't know. I haven't looked up the details. But I do remember, because a lot of people in my generation, we had crushes on Ellen Page from a lot of her work. And growing up, obviously she's like older than me, but you know we were younger. And when she came out as gay, as a lesbian, it was a national day of mourning, really, for men of my generation, or at least a lot of us. I'd like to think it was a national day of mourning. It wasn't in the news. You know, the fake news doesn't cover these things. And so when my friend said, one of my friends was explaining it to me, like, oh yeah, she's transitioning to being a man. She's gonna be Elliot now. And so I just said, is this gonna help my chances with her? Is this gonna hurt my chances with her or him or what? Or like, I just like, you know what? I'll just call her up again because she's not getting back to me. I'll leave an email. I'll send her an email. That's the ticket. Yeah, I was just joking around about that. Will I ever do a Federalist China playthrough? I haven't seen much talk about it, which sucks because I think it's very fun. Which Federalist China? Yeah, no kidding. I think when people say Federalist China, they're probably talking about the Guangxi. Let me put it to you this way: there are. I think China. I think the China region is some of the strongest content that Hearts of Iron 4 has ever put, or Kaiserreich has ever put out. But my next priority would be the Ma Click, if I'm going to play in China. And then even before Guangzhou, or Guangxi in this case, there's a couple of other factions, at least 2 others that I'd want to do, maybe 3. So it's not, unless I hear about some really, really unusual hook, it's not the highest on my priority list right now. Way too ahead of time on that artillery. Let's get logistics. Now, I once had a dream that was not actually sex, but it was actually there was sexual harassment, you might say, and this was definitely something where I think that my subconscious was messing with me. Hold on a sec. The Latvians nearly extinguished the Baltic German spirit and surrounded Riga from all sides, but against all odds, our might has prevailed. Now it is time to restore civilian administration in former Latvian territory. Excellent. That's gonna hurt our stability though, but actually it's kind of okay because then I'll solidify the control, do that sort of stuff. And you know what? Let's not do this. Let's instead do the research. Yeah, so I can do the shale and whatnot. A little bit more infantry equipment, please. So, when I was younger, like I was still living with my parents, I was dating somebody. So yeah, I guess this was high school. Yeah, it must have been. So anyway, I was dating somebody, or at the time, and then a friend of my sister's ended up moving in and living with us, and she was a girl, this person, and I was uncomfortable with that, because I don't know, maybe it's old-fashioned or whatever, but it's like I just didn't feel comfortable living under a roof with a woman who wasn't family while I was in a relationship. So, and I should say that my girlfriend ended up having no problem with it, but I still was personally uncomfortable with it. I just didn't, I don't know, like I wasn't gonna do anything, but it just didn't feel right. I don't know how else to describe it. It just didn't feel right. So I ended up having, I guess it had been on my mind because I ended up having a dream where the girl in question would keep trying to like get physical with me. And let's see, Fifth Crusade says this sounds whack. So I had this dream where she would keep trying to like physically engage with me, and I would say, "Hey, no, I'm not. No, leave me alone." And and the thing was in the dream, because like let's face it, this was sexual harassment that was going on, and but in the dream, I started to tell my family. And they friggin' didn't care, basically, that it was happening. And let's see, Decent Gamer says, what capture card are you saving for? There are a couple of models that I'm comparing, but basically they're all at about 160. It's like the 160 range. I haven't seen anything lower than like 155. So, I just made it 160 for the goal, and if I hit it, then I will immediately do some like hard comparisons to determine which direction I want to go in. Yeah, so like in the dream, she's you know, she would come up to me in private, and you know, try to fend her off, and then I think the first person I told was my sister in the dream. And wait, hold on a second. Okay. Anyway, was my sister, and then my sister just said, "Okay, well, are you reciprocating?" Like. And I said, well, no, but she's bothering me. And she says, well, just don't do anything, and it's fine. And I went, no, but she's harassing me. And my sister just didn't care. Which at this point, I still didn't know I was in a dream. So I was like, oh, that's her. You know, like I said, I didn't get along with my sister. So then eventually I go to my mom, because I didn't want to go to my parents first, because you know, the girl, she wasn't living at home for a reason. But it was just like, eventually I go to her, and I say, Mom, you know, she's been harassing me. She's trying to grab me. She's trying to kiss me. I don't like it. We gotta do something about it. And again, my mom goes, well, are you reciprocating? No. It's like, well, then just ignore her. And it's like, what the hell? I'm being harassed here. And then I eventually go to my dad, and the same thing happens. He's just like, just ignore her. And I just, what? I don't like that she's doing this. And then I remember there was a part of the dream where I think we were all in the living room and we're watching a movie or something. And then she's trying to grab me, like she's reaching for my crotch in the dream in front of the whole family. And I was just like, guys, look at what's happening right now. And I think in the dream, even though we were watching the movie, my dad had the newspaper, and he's just like, just ignore her, son. And what the hell? And then eventually I woke up, but that was a really weird one. It's just, oh man, very odd. I don't know what ended up happening with that girl. I know she tried to go to the Air Force, but something happened, and she didn't get like kicked out or dishonorably discharged, but something happened and she did get discharged. Who knows? Whatever. Alright. Oh man, we just can't seem to advance. Having some troubles. Maybe we should just assemble around Volkov. Just really put all of our eggs in this basket. Or, actually, no, let's come over here around Luga. Okay. Anybody in the chat still there? Chat got quiet. Oh my, I've got a thing. Let's see, Bear says base dream parents. It wasn't base. It wasn't based at all. I was being harassed. Geez, they might as well have just handed me a squirt bottle. It's like, just treat her like a cat. Just stop it. Let's see here. What do we want to keep dumping things into? I guess the infantry equipment. Oh yeah, we got that assigned. We can deploy some more units here. Oh, decent amount of them actually. So let's do that. Let's do that. Processing dream information error. Yeah. Yeah, most people don't remember most of their dreams, which is understandable. These things happen. Oh, Canada's making its play. They've hit Cornwall, and they've cut off Scotland. I'm trying to think of other interesting dreams I've had over the years that were not sex ones. Actually, friends of mine, we were talking in group chat today about, you guys ever have those dreams where you're actually living like a whole other life? We're talking about like you have a new family and everything, then you wake up. Oh, I hate those. Decent Gamer says, hey CHD, do you have a Discord server? You know what, I do, but I think I'm going to delete it because I haven't maintained it, and I just don't have time for it. I really should just delete it. Alright. Let's try to press here. Yep, we've got supply problems. But now we've got steel at least. But yeah, I once had this dream that I'm not going to go into all the details because there's a lot of details. But basically, I had this whole dream where I met a girl, and like I knew her for years, and we eventually got married. And I'm sure she was like really shy, and I had to like really like real shrinking violet type, you know, and I had to like, I don't know what the word would be. I wouldn't say woo, but I had to like kind of get her out of her shell a little bit over a long period of time. And eventually we got married. And then we were years into the marriage, and then I woke up, which really, really fucked with my head. It was kind of, which, like, you know what it was? It was like in Rick and Morty where there's that that game they play at the arcade where you can like simulate your whole life, and so like Morty, he does it, and then he gets married and he has kids and he works at a carpenter store, and then he gets married and he beats, or no, I already said married, but like he beats cancer and things like that. And then when he wakes up and Rick's like, okay, hey, we gotta go, and he's just shaking. He's going, who's Morty? Where's my wife? It's like, that's pretty much how I was when I woke up. I was just yeah. I'm trying to think how I could describe what she looked like. She kind of looked like has anybody seen? I'm trying to think actually of a better like real life example of a person. Frickin' Full Metal Alchemist. You know what I'm talking about? the anime. Let's see here. Somebody says, I think there's a... Yeah, Fifth Crusade. Wake me up inside! Yeah, but she in the dream, she kind of looked... Oh, that's not really a good example either. I was going to say she looks like Shiska. Freaking from Full Metal Alchemist, but she had black hair. You know the girl with the glasses and the... I'll try to pull up a picture of her. Hold on. It was like this girl from Full Metal Alchemist, but with black hair. Oh yeah, the lag is real. The lag is so bad right now. So I've just been riffing. Just trying to vamp, guys. Vamp, vamp, vamp! If this was live action, I'd be dancing by now. Okay, I don't know. What can we do here? We could, I guess let's go to all adult serve just cause. Maybe if I zoom out, it'll help a little. It is a little bit. Yeah, look at us though. Yeah, you can really read it from where we're at. Okay, let's do a push. CHG wants an anime wife. Well, she was a live action version, obviously. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Hold on, I'm just gonna look something up, guys. Yeah, very strange to get married in a dream. Wow, the agricultural revolt is not only still alive in the commune, but is expanding outwards. That's interesting. You know what? Maybe that's what the Gaslight Anthem we're singing about in the Spirit of Jazz was my dreams. You know, the cool is dead, baby. Go on to sleep. Rest your weary head and love a better me. And in the morning, we'll start over again. That's how they do it up on the screen. See, me and my baby, we would dance all night. But I don't know the steps in my baby's time to do it like they do it for the girls uptown. I heard they light 'em up like the blues. So I'm waiting, and she's waiting for us to remember. Alright, the rank and file. While the leaders of Latvia and Estonia states wished for our destruction, many of their underlings were similarly nationalistic. Many others simply fought for their homes and wanted a calm, simple life, no matter who were the rulers. They can be safely integrated, especially as we shall guarantee the Latvians and Estonians the right. So we'll get manpower and stability off that. Cool. So was I good to you, the wife of my youth? Not another soul could love you like my rotten bones do. So I will wait on the edges in between these New York streets where you and I would meet. This is getting an LOL from the chat. Wow. I'm really glad. You guys got found jokes in my weird suffering. See, for 29 years we loved that line, and I would take it easy if I had your mind. But I'm a cannonball to a house on fire, and you're slow like Moldtown soul. So what now, lover, with your long black hair? If I cut you open, maybe I can repair. Bandage your wounds with the salt on my tongue, and I'm the only one around here. Let's see here. This is what happens when it's laggy and we're killing time. But seriously, we're 50% of the way, people, towards the goal. Maybe we could do like a collective dating simulator or something once I get the capture card, huh? Oh, another invasion by Canada. So was I good to you, the wife of my youth? Not another soul could love you like my rotten bones do. So I will wait on the edges in between these New York streets where you and I would meet. The American Union State is basically just Texas and Louisiana now. They still got about half of Arkansas, little piece of Mississippi, and a small strip of the American Union State. Yep. Whoa! We're halfway there! The victory of the Bharatiya Commune. I thought these were like tentacles or something. It's just, yes, the evil. We will eat the Taj Mahal. And okay, not really though. Okay, that must have been like, oh, you know what probably happened? The Commune probably finished defeating the Dominion, and now they got the formal peace with the Entente or something, so that's why it's saying they got their victory. Damn, I don't know, just something on the. I'm sure that there's dating simulator games in the Nintendo eShop. That could be fun. You know what? I'm gonna check right now. Let's see. So let me go into the eShop, and I don't think I have to sign in unless I'm gonna buy something. So give me a second. Oh, never mind, I do. Okay. So I'm going to search, I guess maybe genre, by genre. Action, adventure, arcade. No. Okay, let's try. I'm going to type in dating sim. Okay, cool. Dating sim filled itself in. Search. Stardew Valley is the first thing that comes up. What the heck? There's a game called Speed Dating for Ghosts. Oh, what's this? Love Kami Divinity Stage. What is that? The Goddesses Descend. I'm not finding like a description on here. It says it's a moe novel. So maybe it's not a simulator. No, it's only fun if there isn't... let's see. Oh, yeah. Major Neighbor says, isn't there a Kaiserreich dating sim out there? You are absolutely correct, there is. And I have played it. If it is called Edelweiss. Let me pull up the playlist and I'll put it in the chat for y'all. Hold on. Okay, so let's see here. Conquering History Games Edelweiss. Oops, I think I misspelled Edelweiss. Edelweiss. I thought I had these all on a playlist. Okay, apparently I don't. So hold on here. I'll link you at least to the first 2-hour episode. There we go. You know, I've got Hades on my Switch. That's kind of a dating simulator, right? At least I think it is. I ended up going on a date with a Gorgon head. Just the head. There was no body. How are we supposed to have kids? But yes, indeed, there is the Kaiserreich dating simulator, which oh my gosh, that was this year I played that. Oh, feels like another lifetime. One of oil and blood. The darkness was a virtue. Yeah, you know how it is. Yeah, wow. This has almost 8,000 views. The Kaiserreich dating simulator thing. It just...
Well...
What was fun about those streams, you should definitely watch, if you can, well, if you're into that sort of thing, check out the chat that was going on during some of those streams where I was playing the Kaiserreich Dating Simulator, because, freaking, I ended up, a lot of the devs ended up watching the streams, and I would comment on things, that were going on in the game or how I felt about stuff, and apparently I sometimes was touching on nerves or on contentious issues. within the devs, I guess. So like there would be a part going, oh, I don't like how, I would just kind of idly comment saying, oh, I don't really like how these characters are acting right now or something, and then there were people who go, you see, I told you everyone would hate it, and it oh no, yeah. Every man a waifu. Does that mean a waifu for every man, or does that mean every man will become a waifu? Although, I believe that when a man is a waifu, he is referred to as a husbando, rather. Isn't it all still, incomplete? Well, there's still a lot of material for you to play through. I think I got, let's see, I'm looking now. Most of the streams I did of it were 2 hours, and I did 4, so almost 8 hours worth of content. That ain't bad. Oh, was I good to you? Idle thyself, my youth. Oh, the yawning. Gosh, I probably should end the stream, guys. Let's see. The answer is yes. I will wait on the edges in between these New York streets. Okay. Oh, shoot. Didn't realize we were paused. What's going on with this research? 36 days until I think we can do the Estlandish Steinloil. And then still, I want to at least get to the Constitutional Convention. Remember the 5th of November. Different one here, though. And I'm going to go get some water. I'll be right back. Whew. Actually, I'm going to be about a minute because I'm going to get a little snack as well. Something to chew on to keep me awake. Okay, guys, I'm back. Whew, and I had a little hot sauce. Let's see here. Yeah, yeah, Major Neighbor. If you scroll up in the chat, you'll see the link I posted to the Kaiserreich dating sim. Ooh, though, yeah, I got a little hot sauce. Let's go. Wake me up, wake me up in my baby. We're going, you know what, let's do it. We're going to scrape the barrel. I haven't scraped the barrel in so long that I want to do it just to do it. Rip to the Philippines. Yeah. It's all dososasia now. Wait, the Philippines is part of Dos ASEAN? Always has been. Excuse me. That's what happens when you eat fast. Alright, finally. Calling the Constitutional Convention. After many months of reconstruction, the Baltic Federation can finally establish the structure of government its people will guide themselves with for years to come. Call a constitutional convention to finally decide this matter once and for all. Once and for all. What am I eating? Oh, I just warmed up a little thing. Doesn't matter. I'm not eating now. The only thing I have here at the desk right now with me is I've got a mug of water. This war has been going on for ages between the Ottomans and the Cairo Pact. Whoa! That is some underboob. She have fangs? She got sharp teeth or something? Whoever this girl is, don't want to mess with her. Should. Oop. What's going on here? Oh, that's for there's for all the armpit people. Let's see, just checking on everybody, how everybody's doing and what's going on. Coco still seems quite happy with how her life is going. Oh, it looks like we've pushed into area that is considered White Ruthenian now. We're not even getting more land for ourselves. The Constitutional Convention! One of the key promises raised by the Riga City Council and its Republican government is the draft and proliferation of a modern constitution for the Baltic Federation, one which shall sweep away the antiquated structure of the country for good. After years of hard labor and peaceful reforms, it appears the rest of the nation has been convinced to follow suit. 300 delegates have gathered in the former House of the Livonian Knighthood in Riga to form the Constitutional Convention of the Baltic Federation. All 300 of the representatives have been elected by all male citizens of the duchy by partisan lists with no distinction between former nobles and commoners. The former Duke Adolf Frederick and his family have chosen to personally attend the convention, and Max Erwin von Schiebner Richter invited numerous legal experts from Germany to act as advisors to the delegates. A new chapter in Baltic history is about to unfold. Let us begin. Alrighty then. I still can't believe that I frickin' played Edelweiss this year. Yeah, that was in February. That was like the most I laughed in all of February. I'm remembering now. That was a bad month. I keep getting recommended the... Has anybody been getting recommended this video by somebody called Pan Piano, where she does a medley of music from Darling in the Franxx, and she's wearing she's also wearing like the cosplay for 02. She's very talented, but nobody in the comments, of course, is talking about that. Everybody's just being thirsty as hell. But what a show. What a show. I think she only was playing the endings, though, this piano person. Didn't do anything from the main soundtrack. Which is great. I think that Darling in the Franxx has one of the greatest anime OSTs of all time. Like, I'll put it right up in there, like in that, like, just that S-tier class, like with Cowboy Bebop and stuff. Alright, we're about to help get this encirclement, so we're going to encircle, we're going to get two motorized and 2 tank divisions in here, and then 3 infantry divisions otherwise. So, very, very good. The preamble. Before any articles of the Constitution are listed, the preamble stands, and it is the most important part of any Constitution. It does not define any concrete laws or regulations, but instead sets the goals of the Constitution and for what purpose it has been drafted. In essence, it sets the tone for the rest of the document, which no article can violate. So it's like an overture. There are several prevailing notions of what the theme of the preamble and thus the rest of the Constitution should be, down to the specific wording of each sentence. The people of the Baltic Federation proclaim the following document. We're going to establish ourselves a republic. See, her shtick is playing the songs with the cosplay of the show that it's from. Interesting. That's got to be uncomfortable with some costumes. like freaking the Oscar one, the first thing that, not Oscar, the 02, first thing that comes to mind is that you gotta have gloves on. That's gotta feel strange. But I don't know, what if you're doing like a weird series and I don't know, like, what if your character has like appendages? Oh my goodness, this woman has got almost 2 million freaking subscribers. Good for her. Oh, yep, I'm looking at the thumbnails now. Yep. I'm seeing Tsunade from Naruto. I'm seeing Goku. She has a Goku cosplay. That's fun. A lot of these I don't know, so she's just kind of like, she'll be in a kimono or whatever, and it's just like, I don't even know what that is, man. Well, I don't even know what that means. My God, does she like own a costume store? Hey, I see Rin Tosaka from Fate. That's fun. Holy crap, she did Euro Manga Sensei. That sounds pretty cursed. Interesting stuff though. Yeah, she must be friends with like someone who owns a costume store or something. Or maybe she gets enough yeah, she probably gets enough views in all these that she could pretty easily pay for it. But nice little encirclement there. Very, very cool. Very cool. Damn, how have I never heard of this woman? Some of her stuff has millions of views. Huh. It's really cool how much music out there you can find, like, just on YouTube. There used to be this, hold on a sec, let me pull her up. There used to be this, woman on YouTube who I would watch. Her name was Jess Greenberg, and the way I discovered her was through her cover of, she did an acoustic guitar cover of Little Wing from Jimi Hendrix. I think she used a capo in it, which was a little weird, but that might have been just for her, yeah, if I remember correctly, she just did that to scale it to her voice, so she just moved everything up. And Little Wing is it's a short song, but it's tricky, and definitely has some technical parts in it. I consider it a major mark of pride when I was able to learn how to play that. Anyway, hold on, let's read this and then I'll talk more about her. So, the semi-constitutional procedure of the United Baltic Duchy up to this point established it as a federal system divided into several cantons or kreis, which have their own legislatures and enjoy considerable powers in economic, social, and judicial policy. Though ensuring the stability of the country and allowing greater local self-management to the duchy, it also slows down governance to a crawl. The Constitutional Convention is a better time than any to define the nature of the government's relations with its constituent provinces. What should the distribution of power in the country be? Should a balance be maintained, or should one of the two sides receive an upper hand? So I'm guessing we're going to just go with, oh, wow. Okay, I thought that was just going to be a political party thing, but it actually is going to change different things. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make a little save file here for if I ever decide to do a guide on this sort of thing. So while I'm doing that, so this Jess Greenberg woman, if you look her up, you're gonna probably see a lot of thumbnails of her, like very brightly lit, a lot of eye makeup on, and like a tank top showing a lot of cleavage. But the thing is, she was undoubtedly talented. Like I said, go check out her Little Wing cover, if nothing else. But the thing is, she was playing the game. And, hold on, the game's the game, as they say in The Wire. Oh, thank you very much, Zach. Good night. So the thing is, so if you look her up, Jess Greenberg, and then look up Landslide. She actually did that song twice. That's the one from Fleetwood Mac. So her cover of Landslide that she did originally, I guess, on her channel, where it's just like her in kind of a dark room. She hasn't done any makeup. She's not showing a bunch of skin. Has less than half the views of the one where, it's the clickbait. Hold on a sec. I guess we should go with central power. That's more paternal autocratic, right? So we're just going to always do central power. The cantons should return their powers to the central government. It will get access to more recruitable population. Look at us. We're at over 100,000 potential recruitable manpower these days. La-di freaking da! Should we just make 40 widths? Nah, we're already having some little issues with that. It'd probably be a bad idea. Okay. Okay, how are we doing in terms of supply? That's going to bring us back a bit on the support equipment. And just like that, the population's gone. So, yeah, she was playing the game, but she had the talent to back it up. Unfortunately, she died, I think, this year or like maybe late last year. Because she hadn't posted for a while, and then and then like a story came out of a woman who like fell off of a cruise ship and drowned, and it turned out it was her. So that was freaking crazy. Yep, sex sells. You're right. Sex does sell. Plain and simple. Okay. Peace sells too, but who's buying? And then you hit the riff. Do I want to go with this field hospital? Oh yeah. Let's keep improving that. Come on, let's keep doing the Constitution. So we're just always gonna do is we're gonna keep taking anything that's like centralizing authority, because we are a paternal autocrat. I think that'll kind of be the most fitting. But I'm probably gonna stream at some point tomorrow morning. Kind of let some people from different time zones jump in on one of these. All right, ethno-linguist policy. The United Baltic Duchy is a country inhabited by Baltic Germans as well as Latvians and Estonians, and up until this point, the former held privileges and powers which the latter was unable to enjoy. Questions such as the linguistic policy of the state, the rights enshrined in the Constitution, and how universal they should be are being raised in the halls of the convention. Paul Scheinman was quick to bring up his concept of an a-national state, which does not discriminate by ethnicity and treats nationality as something beyond the affairs of the state. What should the Constitution say about the country's ethnic and linguistic policy, if anything? So we should go with like German superiority or something. All inhabitants share the same thing. Nationality is something beyond the affairs of state. Compromise. We'll do the a-national state. But then it says that means we would not discriminate by linguistic. I don't know. National personal autonomy. I don't really think any of these work with us. I guess we'll just do all inhabitants share the same fundamental rights and duties. It's going to reduce our consumer good deed. I think that's once the Constitution is passed, that's when the modifiers are going to hit. See, right now we're at 20%. Yeah, there's been no change. Alright. Very much not in a position for fighting. I hope that me leaving doesn't mean that the front line's gonna break. How far along are we? Oh. You know what, guys? I'm afraid I might have to leave you hanging. I'm dropping right here as I sit. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stream at some point tomorrow. Different time than usual. If you can't make it, if this is usually the only time that you can make it to live streams, remember that I put all of my live streams in a playlist on my channel, so you can go back and catch them if you weren't able to get them live. Excuse me. Thanks very much for those of you who donated in the chat. We are halfway towards our capture card goal, which is really nice. And we'll see how it goes tomorrow. I will see you then, in which we're gonna finish this up. We'll finish up the Constitutional Convention, but I don't think that's gonna take too much longer. Like I said, I'm literally falling asleep here in my chair, which is the only reason why I'm cutting it now, even though we're so close. But we're gonna finish this up, and then we're gonna go do some other things. I have some ideas, not necessarily gonna be Birthreich. We'll see. But thanks for joining me. Conquering History Games, and I'll see y'all around. I'm gonna go get some sleeps. Where's my cat? Caesar? Caesar! Prepare for evening snuggles.